What's up people, how are you doing? My name is Dani and welcome to this new speed build. I know, I've been building a lot of houses from scratch lately. It must be the miracle of the new year, but unfortunately this miracle will most likely end with this video. I will probably go back to do renovations after this one because, well, first I need a break. This house was more complicated than I thought and it ended up exhausting a lot of my energy and patience regarding building. And second, I haven't seen any cool reference pictures lately in that Facebook group I mentioned in my previous speed build, so I'm out of juice, basically. Speaking of the Facebook group, this house was also inspired by pictures of a real house someone shared there. I didn't even like the house at first, to be honest. I thought it was very empty and monochromatic. I mean, the empty part makes sense if we assume that the house had yet to be sold and there was no one living there. But the plain white walls? Oh boy, if you have been watching my speed builds for a while, then you know how much I hate plain white walls. It almost made me skip this house, but in the end I couldn't ignore its design. This place has a really unique and interesting design and I was curious to see how well I could pull it off in The Sims. I chose to build this house for the challenge, basically. I tried to be as close to the original design as possible and I'm very happy with the result on that front. I had to fiddle a little with the platforms and the concave balcony on the second floor was a little bit of a nightmare, but I managed to do it. You probably don't know what I mean by balcony though because I forgot to show it in the video. Let me explain. So the corridor between the bedrooms on the second floor of the house is also a balcony with an opening to the living room on the first floor. There's probably a specific technical name for it, but I don't know it. I'm sorry, just bear with me on this, okay? Anyway, the moment I saw that balcony, my brain automatically thought of the round decks in The Sims, but this time I wouldn't use it to build a balcony that curves outward like most people do. No. This time I would use it to build a balcony that curves inward by deleting the floor of the room that is created when you use the deck tool. I wanted to test it before fully dedicating myself to the build, so I built two square rooms on top of each other, placed a small deck on the top room, and then deleted its floor. And it worked! I was super happy and pleased with it until I noticed that the deck room would simply disappear every time I tried to change anything in the shape of the house. The room on the second floor would just revert to its original form like I had never placed the deck room inside it at all. That was when I realized that if I wanted that opening to stay, deleting the floor of the deck room would have to be the very last thing to be done in the house. So I did everything else, building, furnishing, decorating, landscaping, and then I forgot to delete the floor of the deck room. I only remembered it when I came back to take screenshots and playtest the house. I'm sorry, I'm easily distracted, okay? At least I remembered it before uploading the house to the gallery. It could be worse. In fact, speaking of worse, that problem with the balcony was annoying, but it was not the worst part of this build. Do you want to know what was the worst part of this build? The bathrooms. So you see, the pictures I saw in the Facebook group didn't show any bathrooms. In fact, I couldn't even see any doors that would give me an idea about the location of a bathroom, which means I could do whatever I wanted. I ended up building 3 bathrooms in total, but one of them is exclusive to the master bedroom. They are also very similar. As usual, you guys know that I can't get creative with bathrooms in the same house. I build one bathroom and then all the other bathrooms will be a close copy-paste of the first one. However, this time I put a little bit more effort into that first bathroom. First of all, I decided to use curved walls for the first time ever. I mean, I tried to use curved walls before, but it didn't take me long to realize why everyone was complaining about them and I just gave up. But I wanted to do something different this time, so I gave it another shot. Now, I don't know if the problem is the game itself or one of the mods I have installed, but the bathrooms were a pain in the ass. The objects were snapping to weird places like crazy, clipping into the walls, like I actually had to leave to manage worlds and come back a few times because it was impossible to place anything inside those round walls. Surprisingly, the glass roofs were also very annoying, or to be more specific, the one in the back of the house above the interior garden next to the kitchen. I don't have a lot of experience with glass roofs, but I wasn't expecting any issues since what I wanted was really simple. I just wanted the sunlight to go through the glass roof on the second floor and reach the interior garden on the first floor. Simple, right? I mean, I've managed to get sunlight in rooms that were buried 2 stories deep into the ground and had their only windows placed on the side of a pool. So I thought that placing the glass roof on the second floor and deleting the ceiling of the room on the first floor would be enough to get sunlight down there, right? Well, wrong. For some reason, the sunlight refuses to go down to the first floor. I don't know why. I mean, I have a theory. What I think is that the glass roof works just like a window. So when the glass roof automatically removes the ceiling of the room, it's not that it's actually deleting the ceiling, the same way the windows do not delete the wall. Even if you place a window so big that it covers the entire wall, the light won't fill the room the same way it would if you were to hammer a piece of the wall down. It's still different, even if it doesn't make any sense. Lucky for me, I found a way to fix it. Basically, I placed the roof piece that was just 1 tile wide, then extended the edge of the roof to cover up the rest of the space, and finally deleted the ceiling of the room on the second floor. That way the game assumes the room has no roof and the sunlight goes right through it like it's supposed to. Now that I think about it, I wonder if that works with regular roofs too. I should try it later. Anyway, because of what I did, there was a piece of triangular wall inside the fold of the glass roof. It was very weird, but I embraced it and even used another piece of roof to have a second triangle there and simply make it look like a very questionable design decision instead of a mistake. Anyway. Oh, this is actually a base game house. I don't know why, but I didn't feel the need to use any objects from any of the packs I got recently, so I kept it base game. I also made some really creative decisions regarding the furniture and the decoration. Some of them were completely my idea, like that mirror in the entrance of the house or the little divider in the first bathroom, but others were part of the original house. The interior garden, the cabinets around the fridge and under the TV, the flowers next to the concave balcony. Actually, the original house had that balcony completely surrounded by flowers, but I only placed a few because I didn't want to keep copy-pasting the same pots and stuff. Oh, and there's that little fountain in front of the house too. I thought it was a really good idea at first, but now looking at it again, I wish I had done it differently. You see, the fountain was the effort of my last brain cell while building this house. The backyard, or should I call it side yard? I don't know. Anyway, the side yard is, well, not great, I admit that. I probably should have gone to bed and tried again the next day with a fresh mindset, but I told myself I would finish the build in one go, so I kept going. And then I felt so bad about the result that I tried to compensate with that fountain. It worked in a way, but I really want to go back and work on that side yard a little bit more right now. I'm so not pleased with it. The thing is, even if I spent a couple more hours fiddling with it, there's no guarantee I would get a better result. And that is the saddest part. I really need to start working on my landscaping skills. Anyway, I think I said everything I wanted to about the house, but in my previous speed build, I said I would try to talk until the end of the video this time, so let's talk about something else. I actually have some updates regarding my rotational gameplay. So I'm currently aging up all of the former Asylum patients, and I've already aged up Temin, Gabriella, Kian, and Barbara. Maeve and Felix are the only ones left. I will most likely age them up today. Wait, actually no. It's the PlayStation State of Play today, I might not have the time. And tomorrow I'll be recording the second episode of the 100 Baby Challenge. so I will have to see about that. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that something funny happened while I was playing with Gabriella. If you remember, she has a child. She's Marcus' mother. And Marcus is one of the boys Lilith from my Breed Out the Weird challenge has been flirting with. So Marcus used to have the serial romantic aspiration, but I changed it to the party animal aspiration because I'm already doing the other one with Lilith. Obviously, the aspiration is all about parties, and since Marcus is very good friends with Lilith, he invited her to all of his parties. The thing is, Marcus is also very good friends with Connor, Lilith's ex-boyfriend. Now, Lilith and Connor's relationship is already done for, but I really did not want to mess up Marcus' relationship with any of them, so I was very, very careful to make sure that Marcus wouldn't randomly start flirting with any of them. I did my best to keep Marcus busy, cooking, talking with the other guests, serving drinks, but I guess it wasn't enough. I got distracted for 1 second. 1 second! And the next thing I saw was Marcus giving Lilith a big wet kiss in front of all of their friends. Everyone there saw them. Everyone, like Connor was there, Derek was there, Olivia was there, Tyler was there. Tyler is Marcus' best friend. So imagine his face when he saw his best friend kissing the girl he's apparently madly in love with. I didn't check his relationship status with Lilith and Marcus yet, but I'm scared. But I'm also excited because I like drama. And you know another thing I'm really excited about right now? Today's PlayStation State of Play. You see, I heard some rumors about a new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer. The game will launch on February 29th, so everyone is super hyped about it, including me. The thing is, if there's indeed a new trailer, with new footage and all, I'm scared it would be too spoilery. I'm scared they will show us too much about the game. I'm already sad that I got to see some of Sephiroth's gameplay, like, I really wanted to see it for the first time while playing the game, but I guess Square Enix had other plans. They say there's still a lot to be seen about Sephiroth, so I'm holding on to that. I don't know why I'm so excited about this though, because I already know that I won't be able to play the game right away. I'm too poor, I cannot afford it. I don't even own a PS5, so I would need to wait for the game to be released on PC anyway, which usually takes about a year. It was like that with Remake at least. But I heard they want to release the PC version earlier this time. Some people even say that it might take only 3 months for Rebirth to be on PC, and that would make me very thrilled if only I could afford it. Actually, if I stop to think about it, even if I could afford it, I don't think my computer could handle it. Like, I would have to uninstall everything from my computer, including The Sims, to make room for that monster of a game. And even then, I'm not sure it would be enough. But I really want to play the game so bad. I miss Tifa so much. Tifa is my favorite character in the game, like, by far. She is just so cool. If you know Tifa, you're probably thinking like, yeah, sure, everyone loves Tifa, what a surprise. But most people like her because she's hot. They only care about her body, while I couldn't care less about that. In fact, before I played FF7 Remake, I used to hate Tifa because I thought she was just a hypersexualized doll made to appeal to the male audience. It took me a while to overcome that prejudice and see Tifa's character for what she actually is. And let me tell you, she's the most badass, strong, kind, and lovable girl I've ever seen in a video game. I would play the whole game with her if I could. Like, fuck Cloud. He's a useless idiot anyway. And I say this as someone who did not play the original FF7 because I heard that he's a lot worse there. He actually objectifies Tifa in one of his lines in the original, like, can you believe the audacity of this bitch? Cloud doesn't deserve Tifa. She's way too good for him, but since Tifa does like him, I guess I will have to swallow my hatred and let them be together at the end. There's no way that I will pair Cloud with Aerith. That's so not happening in my gameplay. Cloud and Aerith are such a terrible match. They have nothing in common. I don't get why so many people ship them with each other, really. I cannot see Aerith as anything else other than Zack's girlfriend. There's just no way. Well, but I should probably stop talking about Final Fantasy VII, but I'll be talking more about it than the game this video is actually about. It's just that I'm an eclectic gamer, okay? I don't stick to just one type of video games. I don't play just simulation games like The Sims. I also play visual novel games, action games, strategy games, even horror games. In fact, last week I was binge watching Maximilian Dude play Alien Isolation for the third time. I have a very unhealthy obsession with the Alien franchise, I have to tell you that. I watch the movies so many times. I wrote 2 essays about them in college. I watched 4 different YouTubers play Alien Isolation from start to finish. And I watched them do it multiple times. I need help. But you know what? There's someone at EA that also needs help because, like I've said a bunch of times before, there is a reference to the Alien movies in The Sims 4. A very explicit reference. Actually, you know what? I will tell you about it right now. I was saving this piece of information to make a short, in hopes that it would go viral because I could use the attention. But I know it's not gonna happen. Most Sims players don't care about something like this. I bet that most Sims players don't even know what the Alien movies are about. So I'm the only weirdo getting overly excited about this. Anyway, if you have the Sims 4 Holiday Celebration pack installed, like I believe everyone does since it's free, there's one item there, some Christmas candles called Log Display LV426. And as a massive Alien fan, I immediately recognized the name LV426 as the name of the planet where the crew of the Nostromo ship found their future doom. At first, I thought it was a coincidence. I was like, there's no way. I must be dreaming. There's just no way. But then I read the description of the candles, and it says the following. I will tell you what I know. When you set down an LV426, you will feel an unexplainable attachment to all the details. Whenever you rest your gaze upon LV426, it will feel like a hug to your face. A little face hugger. You can try and shake that feeling, but it's like something stirs inside you, wanting to burst forth. LV426 isn't for everyone, but once you feel that attachment, you are attached for life. Now, for those of you who might not know, what happens in the first movie is that the crew of a commercial spaceship finds an alien spaceship crashed on LV426, and inside the ship they find some strange eggs. When they get closer to investigate, one of the eggs opens up and a very weird and disturbing looking creature jumps out, attaching itself to the face of one of the crew members. It literally hugs your face, and that's why it's called a face hugger. Now, the creature does that so it can shove its appendix down your throat to leave an embryo on your chest. And once that embryo is fully developed, it will be born by bursting through your ribs. And yes, it is as painful, bloody, and horrifying as it sounds. The Alien movies are horror movies. Did I fail to mention that? Well, now you know. What a way to go, am I right? And to think that EA would let someone make a reference to that traumatizing moment in The Sims 4. Oh my god, well, I mean, at least it's not a reference to the Backbuster. I would really send an email to EA asking them what in the sweet hells were they thinking if there was a reference to that in the game. Because if you think the chest buster scene in the first Alien movie is bad enough, then just don't watch the Backbuster scene in Alien Covenant. Seriously, don't do it. Trust me on this, don't do it. It's so much worse. Well, anyway, my evil side is starting to show, so I guess I should go now. The video is almost ending too, so yeah, it's time to say goodbye, I think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, because I'll be back in a couple days, and you don't want to miss a thing. Trust me. See you then. Bye!